Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're doing another episode of the Q&A series. Now, as always, if you guys have a question that you want to be answered in next week's video, go ahead and throw it down in the comment section below, and make sure you stay to the end because I always ask you guys a question that we talk about next week. So let's go ahead and jump on in. The first question comes from Oofer Gang, and they ask for the next Q&A, who would win a Star Destroyer versus Galen Merrick from the Force Unleashed? And that's an easy one. It's basically decided for us in the trailer of the video game. He basically rips the Star Destroyer out of orbit, so that's an easy win for Galen Merrick there. The next question comes from Box of Clone Trooper Lot, and they ask, do you like antenna mold clones? Yes. If you are buying a Clone Trooper figure and it has a variant that comes on that antenna mold body, it is the best version of the clone. Hands down, there are no other Clone Trooper bodies that compare to it, not at all. There are some problems with it. I mean, I guess the hips don't have the greatest range of motion, but I'm willing to live with that because it looks so much better than basically every other release. And I will also say there are some variants that are like not the official antenna mold body, but it's like basically the same figure. Those are also very good versions. A lot of the Phase 1 clones are released on that body. Last week though, moving on, transitions. Last week I asked you guys, what figures would you want to be re-released now if you could, Star Wars figures specifically, and the first response comes from Captain Rex, and they say, I would say Commander Cody. I really want a re-release of him because the TVC version is super expensive. And yeah, that figure I think still holds up really well to this day. It looks great, it's well articulated, and because the vintage collection, was always always had such poor distribution, it was really hard to get your hands on. So hopefully they will. It wouldn't surprise me if they do because that figure is awesome. I don't know why they wouldn't re-release it since they already have the mold and everything. The next suggestion comes from Iggy6. They say TVC Commander Cody again, and the TVC ARC Trooper Commander, not Fordo. So my question with this one is, I read this earlier and I'm thinking to myself, so do you want just the ARC Trooper Commander figure without the Fordo pieces? Because to me, I think that you would be better off going for the Legacy Collection one, the Legacy Collection ARC Trooper Commander, because I think that that figure looks better than the Vintage Collection one. I mean, obviously this is your opinion, you can pick whatever you want, but to me, that one I think looks better, especially if you're not trying to make a Fordo. So that one might be something to look up for, but everybody loves that figure, that the ARC Trooper Commander figure from the Vintage Collection, and I've seen it online, carded for like $150. So yeah, they probably should re-release it. You also go on to say a whole wave of Vintage Collection figures that are just Clone Troopers. And I think that this is a good idea. They had that 3-pack of those ARC Trooper figures that basically sold out instantly. I didn't even get a chance to buy. But those figures were obviously very popular, and Clone Trooper characters, at least from reading my comment section, are insanely popular. So I definitely think that Hasbro should look into doing a Clone Wars wave, or maybe even just putting in at least one Clone Trooper figure in every wave going forward. I don't know why they wouldn't do that, and you said even in your comment it would be an amazing cash grab, and yeah, it would. I immediately would throw my money at that if they started releasing those. So moving on, we've got Mr. McNugget 2. I would want the ARC Trooper Battle Pack, the Defend Camino Pack, and the 501st Jet Trooper to be re-released. So yeah, those battle packs, especially from the Clone Wars, they were really hard to find the first go around. I remember not being able to find like the majority of those figures. So especially with the final season of the Clone Wars coming out, I'm surprised that they didn't try and re-release some of those in the Vintage Collection. I'm not sure why they didn't do that, but that would have been really cool if Hasbro had done that. And then the 501st Jet Trooper, that, if I'm correct, are you talking about the one from the Battlefront 2 multi-pack one? Because that's actually a really interesting looking figure. It's like 501st, but it's got some like extra paint on it that I think makes it stand out. So yeah, I would definitely love to see that figure get re-released because I missed basically the majority of these figures the first time they came around. So that's all of the questions I got. But the question I have for you for next week is, since you guys obviously like clone troopers, let's give the CIS some love. What kind of CIS characters would you want to be released in the Star Wars Black Series? Let me know down in the comment section below, and we'll talk about it next week. And as always, thank you guys so much for leaving questions. I really do like this series, and I love talking with you guys, so keep it up. I really love just kind of chatting with you guys. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you later.